So hello, and it's Radial here. Today we are at the nearby fields. Let's call these Radial testing fields. These are good nearby fields that I have been testing my rigs in these fields because there's lots of room around us. If things go bad, I don't crash into somebody and cause some additional damage to anyone. So it's just my own stuff that go bust when I come down to the sky. But yeah, I have this 8-inch rig that I've been testing something about month and a half now, even longer. It started in the February when we all had this winter time, and the first time it came crashing down because the goggles view froze. And since then I have been optimizing this SpeedyBee F405 V4 stack that I have in this. I even changed the capacitor on this. I have the 50 volt 10,000 microfarad 50 volt 1000 microfarad capacitor in this now. It should be much better to filter out those voltage spikes than the 35 amp 35 volt capacitor. But yeah, that should help. But on top of those hardware changes and those software changes I've been made to this, it still had the problem that the goggles froze. The OSD kept going, but the goggle view froze, so I would be flying blind. There were a few times that I could flip the GPS rescue switch and fly it back home with the line of sight after that, but all in all it still had those freaking goggles freeze problems. And of course, when it first happened, I checked the DJI O4 Pro. Does it have any kind of update? And on the February there wasn't any. But when I started fixing this rig, I think it was January, February, March. On the March, something like first week or second week of March, DJI released first update for the DJI O4 Pro regarding those black screen issues and so on. So I updated this rig to it, and still, even after the first update, I still experienced those goggles freezes. So I nearly gave up on this rig. I really thought that I would just disassemble and use these parts on some other build or whatever. But then DJI also released one other firmware. The changelog it just says that fixed some minor issues or something like that, and I don't really trust that. DJI always releases some kind of updates that says that released some minor issues. But I asked the Google Gemini AI to scout the websites and search more info about that update, and sure enough, Gemini said that the DJI O4 latest update also fixes those black screen and goggles freeze issues. So I'm really hoping. I have been flying few packs now with this rig and no issues whatsoever, but I don't trust this fully. So let's put this in the air and see how it performs now. I have this self-made 10,000 mAh lithium-ion pack with me, fully charged to 4.2 volts per cell. So let's see how it flies. There was slight wind today. I hope it won't be causing any problems to us. I don't think so. This rig handles the high winds really good. I use the DJI Integra goggles. I haven't been updating my goggles, and really I think I won't be updating any soon if this will just work. So yeah, let's go in the air, I think. This looks nice. That's GPS. I hold my finger near the GPS rescue, just in case.
Armed.
We are armed, and we are in the air. Yeah. Everything seems nice. It hovers nicely. Whoa, that was close. This is just, we have to remember, this is big drone, big rig. It won't be so, how would I say, it won't be so agile than the 5-inch freestyle drone. So it always surprises me. It's like between a car and a motorcycle, if I somehow would describe it. But I fly something like 200 meters away, so I could get solid GPS rescue after that. It's always better to fly further away. This would be enough, but let's go into the field. Everything seems fine. Solid 50 megabits on that DJI system, and radio links look good. Link quality is solid 100 and minus 70 something the RSSI dBm. So everything looks good. So let's test
Return to home started.
GPS rescue. Sure enough, it works.
Return to home stopped.
Yeah. Let's do a flyby. And flying with these lithium-ion packs, I have learned quite a lot. These behave much differently, of course, than the LiPos, lithium polymers. So when the pack is fully charged, like it's still 3.9 per cell, it has the pretty good how would I say it, strength into it. So it really, in the punch outs, if I have to do something like sudden punch outs, it still has quite the strength to do it, but not of course like lithium polymers. But when I'm near the end of the pack, you know, then it's much more sluggish. So I have to take account for that. So I won't be doing so close calls with the end of the pack, because it might not have the strength to pull out of that. I've been doing some PID tuning also with this rig. So roll seems to be little wobble, but the roll seems to be just fine. How about pitch? All solid. Yaw is the most. Little wobble over there, yeah, but I won't be doing. It seems that on these bigger rigs you can't add the derivative value to these. So that's about it. Little wobble over there, nothing special. But yeah, I have pretty good tunes on this now. Motors stay cool even after these plus 30-minute flights. So there are no problems with hot motors, even though this is a really heavy rig. Total AUV is nearly 2 kilograms, so definitely not the lightest one. But I really enjoy flying this. I plan to fly with some long range and cinematic, slow, you know, easy movements and such kind of stuff on this. So I won't be doing any freestyle of this, of course. This isn't made for that. So unfortunately in the southern Finland we don't have any mountains here, so I could be mountain surfing with this. But I have to figure out something else to do with this, other than flying with this same old field every time. Let's come back to see if we are good. I always want to listen to the sound of the motors, and you know, it tells a lot if everything is working fine. Little brake. Oh, that was a bit of wobble. I used the dynamic idle. I don't really recall what the value is now. But yeah, everything seems to be in order. And those power loop quite good. But yeah, seems that the DJI O4 is solid 50 megabits all the time, like expected when in this open area, almost line of sight flying all the time. So there was some bitrate fluctuation on the last time, before those updates. I really think that also the new capacitor, the 50 volt capacitor, will help cleaning out those voltage spikes of these bigger motors. It's springtime in Finland now, and in springtime flying over these trees are really risky because there are no leaves on the trees yet, so only those tiny and slim branches, so they are really difficult to see with these goggles. So I have been really careful not to crash into those. I have been crashing multiple times. There are occasional link quality issues with such an open field. I've been thinking if I experience some kind of, RF harassing. That came also to my mind when I was troubleshooting this goggles freeze. And now I'm still ready to flip the GPS rescue switch if that goggles freeze is happening. And I can't be definite what really caused those. Was it some kind of problem with the DJI itself? That they have fixed it hopefully with the software updates? Did I experience some kind of RF interference harassment during my flights over here? That also came into mind. I didn't find any problems with my rig at all. So this is really interesting journey this has been. That was a hot landing. So yeah, rig seems to work solidly. Motors are cool, no issues on there whatsoever. Everything is solid. We have used 3878 milliamp hours, so we have plenty of juice left in that pack. So I warm my fingers a bit and then we go back in the sky. All right. Let's go back in the air. I really want to punch a little bit out when I'm taking off from this field because all the crap that is on this field. Of course, here are those electricity lines. Do they cause some kind of interference? Might be. Don't know. It all can be possible, but really, this freaking goggles freeze thing has puzzled my mind for so freaking long, and I'm still not sure what exactly was the cause. Of course, all those F405 optimized stuff I made and made the other video about it, it was good. So my CPU count is something like 23-24% on idle, so that's good. So I'm using throttle a bit bolder now. I like to drain that battery a bit faster because my fingers are a bit freezed. So it's something like 8 degrees Celsius right now. Oh, we could do that. Let's gain some altitude in the legal limits. This is good. And I'll cut the throttle fully. Little wobble. Yeah, I could increase the anti-gravity gain if that would help. But there are so many occasions when I descend straight. Mostly I've been flying straight. Let's enjoy the flight. I'll shut my mouth for a while and just enjoy the flying. I'm at the end of my pack now, so now I can feel the lack of, the oomph, the power. So it's a bit slow to punch out. But still 7,200 milliamp hours used. I still have pretty much flight time. I think I fly something like 9,000 milliamps I won't be draining the battery all the way to 10,000 and 2.5 volts because that's risky. Of course, when I land, the back recovers. It gains the voltage back a little bit, but I have set the low bat warning to 3.0 volts per cell, so it will be flashing that low bat soon. And I think the critical threshold, I remember I put it somewhere like 2.7 or 2.8 volts. But if I'm in the deep situation sometimes, I know I can push this back down to the 2.6 volts, 2.5 volts even, but not below that, because below 2.5 volts it's definitely going to kill this back. Yes, now I remember I made the low battery for the 2.8 volts. Yep. And the critical, I think, is it somewhere like 2.6 volts. But this is so low, this back now, that even slight punch, the voltage sag is huge. So I'm coming back now. Are those gunshots? Let's come slow and easy.
Disarmed.
Oh yeah! Let me take that number. Those stats. Flight distance, we flew 11, almost 12 kilometers now. So that's good, that's good. 17.9 volts total voltage now in resting situation. Max current we pull at 102 amps. Yeah, that seems solid. So, this was it. Like we saw, the rig performs nicely now. No issues, solid performance, no goggles freeze, solid bit rates. I'm sorry that I don't have the real solution to you, but I think the DJI O4 had the problem and the DJI has now fixed it with firmware updates. I hope that they have fixed it. So all in all, I'm happy that this rig now performs solidly, but I still don't trust that. Not fully, you know. It have been so unreliable with these goggles freezes, so I can't just trust it, not yet. So I'll take the battery out and pack my stuff, and I think I'll see you on the next time. The Copperhead 8 rig is now solid. That's nice. And we can hopefully we can start trusting that rig soon. So I'm still holding my finger near the GPS rescue every time I fly. I don't think that's a bad habit after all, flying digital systems. So Radial rush out, and I'll see you on the next one.